Hey guys, what's up? Eddie Aho here with KissOnline.com. Today we are going to take a listen to the new Klipsch, well, my new Klipsch RP-600Ms. They're not the two Mark IIs, they're the original M's. And then we also have the Klipsch SF-3, big tall guy there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music and see what you guys think of the sound of these two. See if you can tell the difference over YouTube and my camera and so on. So first what I want to tell you is I'm using this AKG microphone. Okay, this is the, what is it? It's the Perception 420, okay? And I've got it set up for, what do you call it? Surround, you know, we're 360. So the diaphragm sits here and it's flat and it has a diaphragm on either side, but it picks up all the way around, okay? So it should sound the same when I rotate it. I don't know if it does. First time I've done this, but you know, I'm gonna point the AKG towards me. Normally when I use it at my bench, I have a little thing where I can set it for just the front diaphragm, okay? But in this case, we're going to try to pick up music everywhere, all right? So then I'm using the juiced link, and I've got it set on 1, 2, 3, about the 4th notch maybe, on left and right channel both, and it has the XLR inputs from the microphone, and then this nice cable going to the camera, and the camera is it's a Fujifilm X-T4, and I've got it set, I think it's minus 20 dB, minus 24 dB, I think is where I set it. So that's the setting. The room is about 17 feet wide and probably 30 feet long, I'm guessing, maybe a little longer even. So might even be a little bit longer than that. But so what I'm gonna do is, when I first sat down actually, I was going to play my new speakers. I just took them out of the box and I just did a box opening. I've had them sitting in the garage kind of buried for a couple years, and finally pulled them out. And right now I've got them playing to the Uni-T preamplifier. Okay, that guy right there. And they're actually playing to this Adcom 535 Mark II. I did that because I feel like more of you guys might be familiar with that. Plus it's Class AB. That way, I don't know, the Class AB's been around longer. I didn't want people complaining that it's because of the Class D amplifiers here. So I have the new Z3 from Fosse, and I have the IMA A07 and the amplifier, and the IMA T1 Pro preamp. So I've tried these all, and I was experimenting, and I'm going to do more of this. This is the whole idea, is I want a listening room so I can kind of actually listen to what these different amps sound like, see if I can actually hear any differences between them, so I can correlate that to my measurements, okay? Now the one thing we know is generally we try to get preamps and amps to be flat Bode plots, to have the same amplitude across all frequencies. So that way they just amplify. You put a music in and you get an amplified version of that out, okay? I mean, ideally, to me, that's what you want. I don't want my amps to color things. Now, on the preamps, if we want bass and treble and we want to adjust what we're listening to, how we amplify, that's personal preference, right? So I'm all for that too. Now, thing is the speakers. Those are the things that make the biggest difference between the sound, right? That's where you get the biggest bang for your dollar, right? If you buy a $50 speaker versus a $100 speaker, generally the $100 speaker's not going to be just twice as good. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better. You know, prices and everything, just in general, you know, conversation here. Because I hate that when people say, well, you have to spend so much money to get so good. In some cases, I think in speakers, because you're buying a lot of material, you know, so you're buying drivers. Got one 6.5-inch driver and a 1-inch tweeter there with the horn. And over here we have, I think it's the same 1-inch driver. I'm not sure actually, but it's probably not the same one, but it's very similar. I think it's 1-inch driver, and then we got 2 8-inch, drivers down here. So we're gonna get a lot more bass out of these, right? That's to be expected. Now, Klipsch speakers are known to have very good sensitivity, and these, I think, are around 98 decibels. So 1 meter away, which is about where my microphone's sitting, actually it's further than a meter. It's about a meter from my back, from here to here. That's more than a meter, I guess. And anyway, this speaker's a little bit closer than that one, just a little bit. So generally they measure a meter away and they see how much sound you get out, how much sound pressure, and with I think it's a watt, 1 kilohertz, something like that they measure. These speakers are probably down around 94, 95 dBs, okay? So they're gonna, when I go back and forth, this one shouldn't be as loud because it's less sensitive, okay? So anyway, a lot of talk. We're gonna get playing these things. So again, when I first sat down, I thought I was gonna compare this equipment, and then it turned out when I listened to these guys, I'm like, I wanted to listen to my old Klipsch floor speakers compared to them and see what we thought. So I'm gonna play these tracks and we're gonna listen, compare them, and then we'll talk about it later, okay? I'll kind of tell you what I was thinking and why I did this video. So let's just jump into that. I think I've discussed the room, the acoustics. The ceiling's probably 9.5 feet tall, I think, something like that. So yeah, there we go. Hardwood floors with a bunch of rugs down on the floor. I got a glass table between you and me, so the sound between this, hopefully that table won't cause any issues. But okay, so let's go. I was just thinking about putting a blanket over this table, but yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and go, okay? And let me know what you guys think. Oh, by the way, I took the grills off. So that's this little grill, magnetic, and this one has these little prongs, and it's got kind of like this plastic weave here to give it some strength, and this one's just kind of a box frame. So yeah, that's what the covers look like. Took them off so you could see the speakers. All right, guys, I'm going to start off playing some music, and I'm not going to tell you the speakers that are playing or the speaker that's playing right away. I'll point to it later, but I want you to try to guess first. Trying to make sure the sound's not going too high. Alright guys, that was both speakers playing. So tell me what speaker's playing now. Okay guys, that was that speaker playing. Just before that, it was this one. So I went from both to this one, and then just now that one. So what do you think? It's a little bit lower in amplitude, should have been a little less sensitive, right? But what do you think of the sound? Okay, let's try another track. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to play this one again, but this time I'm going to crank up the amplitude a little bit so you can get a side-by-side comparison with the same amplitude. It's less sensitive, so it's lower in volume than this one, right? So here, let me start it off and then I'll crank it up a little bit. Okay, that's kind of a bassy, boomy sound, right? Let's listen to this side again. Alright guys, I'm going to start playing at the same volume I had this one, then I'll crank it down a little bit. Start from the beginning, okay? I probably should use my decibel meter on the phone so I can get them, you know, at the same level, right? But anyway, what do you guys think? Let's try a different track that's not so bassy, okay? Still pretty bassy, but different, right? Let's just try it real quick for this side. I'm going to crank it up a little bit. Let's start from the beginning, okay? So I cranked it up a little bit in volume. Sec. Let's try both. Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning. For me, this one kind of overpowers this guy. So, yeah, let's try another track. Alright guys, that was cool. That's kind of a cool entrance, right? Let's try that again. From the beginning. again. Pretty obvious that guy's louder. So I'm going to crank it down a little bit to see if bringing it down sounds more like that. I'm going to start it off and then I'll bring it down. All right, let's try one more track. Let's try again. Okay, we're going to try from the beginning. Anemic. We're gonna crank it up a little bit and let's try that again. What do you think? We're going to try some vocal tracks, okay? This is a kind of a special thing. So hold on a sec. You might like this. Alright guys, this isn't something you've heard before, so...
What am I to do? I'm pretty sure I'm different. Will my family still love me?
What do you think?
What am I to do? I'm pretty sure I'm different. Will my family still love me?
Alright guys, that was this one. The prior one was that one, right? The anemic one. So let's try that again. And this time, I'm going to bring this one down just a notch.
What am I to do? I'm pretty sure I'm different.
Bring it down another
Will my
notch.
family still love me? I don't want them to feel ashamed or betrayed about the life.
What do you think? Hear the difference between them? Okay, let's try another track even. Let's try another vocal. Another new one.
alarm goes off, I just wanna hit the snooze. Today's the day we'll have to find a way to get through. We're gonna celebrate the life of a man we all love.
Oh, hold on a sec. I'll continue.
Out with his loved ones, gardening above. Memories we hold deep.
I'm gonna turn the volume up.
Ease away the pain, knowing that you are at peace. Hanging with your sons again. It's bittersweet, Eugene. We can't hold you, but we can feel you. Every memory lives deep in our hearts. We can see your smiling face and long for your embrace. Open our eyes and embrace just a dream. We don't know what we've got until it's gone. Your love for us lives on and on and on. So celebrate the life of a man we all love. Together as a family, while you watch from above. You went out.
What do you guys think? Oh, you want to hear one more vocal? Okay, hold on a sec. Both.
It's been a while, and I'm still living with my pity. Friends I love no longer who they seem to be. I'm so confused. Is this reality? What can be learned from all the shade you're throwing me? Let go, let it go. Let your heart go. You can trust, just let the light in slow. Stop holding on to hurt and pain. Keeps you locked up in the darkest place with no uplifting grace. You can rise above this stage. Why isn't life an easy place to be? Challenges come and go, but what do they all mean? Remember, we all walk to a different beat. Stop judging, let your soul be free.
I'm gonna take the volume up.
Let go, let it go. Let your heart go. You can trust, just let the light in slow. Stop holding on to hurt and pain. Keeps you locked up in the darkest place with no uplifting grace. You can rise above this state. Loving yourself can take the pain away. Those thoughts will fade on that new day. You can trust, just let the light in slow. Stop holding on to hurt and pain. Keeps you locked up in the darkest place with no uplifting grace. You can rise above. You can trust, just let the light in slow. Stop holding on to hurt and pain.
Brought it down pretty low. I feel like when you're playing low levels and you still hear a lively speaker, I think that's good, right? I feel like this one needs more volume to, sound decent. Yeah, I started doing this review and I was going to do it on these amps, and when I plugged in the T1 Pro with the ZA3, I, was hoping to hear something really good. It's going to start off with what I thought might be the best two parts, and sounded anemic, and it sounded like my wife. I brought her in, said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And it sounded like it was in a shoebox. So we're thinking like, wow, what's wrong here? And I didn't know if it was the amplifiers or what, so I swapped out preamps. Didn't really hear a noticeable difference. Wasn't really listening. I mean, you start off with what sounded like a bad sound. It didn't get much better. You couldn't tell the difference. So, couldn't really compare preamps. So then I swapped out the amp, A07. Still didn't hear. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to try the ADCOM. Is the same. So it just was the new speakers. Pushed them up against the wall. They sound a little bit better, but like she said, it sounded like a shoebox. And I was like, wow, so disappointed. So I brought out the SF-3s. Well, they've just been sitting over here. They're part of a, kind of do a little karaoke here sometimes. So I brought those things out, and man, they just seem lively. I mean, they're big speakers, but you got two 8-inch drivers, and you think you think you need more driving, but it's Klipsch. They're known for their efficiency, where this guy, a little less efficient. The Mark II, even more less efficient. You guys might all know about the little dip in the middle. Well, some people like to crank up their trebles and bass, and so they give themselves kind of like that natural peak. It's kind of where your hearing falls off, is in the lows and highs. So it almost seems natural to do it that way. And I think Klipsch is kind of known for that. So listening to the audiophiles out there, I think Mark II, they redesigned it, the crossovers, to give more of a flat thing. So what they did is the peak's here, right? They had this little peak, and instead of bringing it up, what they did is they did this. Same thing Danny did. And so, people that have reviewed that, and like even Audio Science Review showed that it's flat. And so if that's what you're looking for, and amplifiers, that's what we're looking for sure. The speakers, I'm not sure. Speakers, I think it's a personal thing, and I think that's where the subjectivity comes in, not the objectivity, which is ironic. Anyway, that's for another rant, okay? Because I built up a rant doing this. I want to talk about that, but I don't want to take up your time here. Reviewing these things, I like the SF3s for sure. These, if I heard them, I wouldn't have bought them. So I'm really disappointed. I think if you have the right room, put these in a corner. Like if you are literally on a bookshelf, where it's kind of like taking that little speaker on your trip when you forget to bring something better. You put it in a bowl, or you put it in a coffee cup, and gives you more sound. Well, I don't want to do that with my speakers. So yeah, a little disappointed with those. And actually today they sound better than they did last night. I think my expectations have dropped. And so last night I thought they sound like crap, and like they're in a shoebox. They're muffled, no liveliness to them at all. They just sound like muffled, like somebody put a blanket over the cones. And these guys just sound vibrant. And I don't know if that came across, but could be through my microphones and all that. Could be through the YouTube upload, whatever. Not sure how that comes through. But anyway, these are not available anymore. You can buy them used if you can find them at a good price, actually, right? They're used. But there's I want to call it I think it's a R800 or RF800. I'll put in the link down below, okay? And right now it's 50% off, so it's an awesome deal. It's like $299, where it's even less than the sale version of the Mark IIs. So yeah, it's half price right now. I would be very, and I don't get any affiliate link because I'm going to give you the link to Klipsch website. I don't think I found them on Amazon. If I can find them, I'll put them on Amazon, so I'll have my own link. But if these speakers sound good to you, and you know, lots of other reviewers have said these are great, so that's why I bought them. But if you like those, then I'll put the link down for those as well, okay? So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this. I did a few cuts on this. My camera microphone was auto-adjusting, so it sounded terrible. But last night, that was this morning. Last night, I was a little bit too negative on these things. And also the sound was terrible, which I didn't figure out until after I did the one this morning. I redid it. The sound was still terrible, so I thought, wow, what's going on? And then I thought, oh, it's auto-adjusting, because it started to sound pretty good. Then all of a sudden, like, you know, the volume dropped and it sounded really bad. And so I figured it out, and hopefully this sounds better. So, hey guys, lots of technical difficulties, lots and lots. Microphone troubles, batteries dying, just all kinds of things. Redid this video so many times, trying to get the audio right. Hopefully it came across in this last cut. But anyway, then I had to jump in and end this video this way. So I want to give 2 thumbs up to my subscribers and all you guys out there watching the videos. And for my patrons and YouTube members, they help me buy this stuff. And if you guys want to use the links, that would be awesome. They're free, they don't cost anything extra. I'm going to link to that if you like it. I'll have the link to the copy. Well, to me it looks like technically the you know, 2 8-inch drivers, same kind of speaker as that one. I think it's called the R800, and it's half price, $299, which is an amazing deal. I think that's like a 20 or 25% off on the, you know, the Mark II. But if you like it, you know, Amazon's easy to return. Not sure what Klipsch's return policy is. Probably similar. I don't have an affiliate link with Klipsch, so I'll use the link down there. I mean, I'll put the link for you, but yeah, I don't get anything from that. So just want to help you guys get the right speaker. By the way, the music, the vocals, that was my wife. She wrote the songs and she sung them. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up to the video if you like it. If you like my wife's singing her songs, thumbs up and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time.